Good morning, everybody. I am late today. I'm quite late. Had a few things to do. But I decided not to give up today. I decided today, better late than never. Did I have any overnight tasks set up for myself last night? I don't think I did. Okay. Shouldn't need to cook anything for the immediate moment. We do have a meal set aside. We do have some mac and cheese to decorate. I think we're going to expand this to 5 wide. Can we do it? We might be short 1 box. So 0.22, 12, 2. We're short by 1. Alas, alas. Nope, no mac and cheese in here. Okay. Once again, I forgot what the grindstones are. That's okay. Now the floodlights, I think, can come out of here for now. They do take up quite a bit of space, and I can use that space for other things. We're probably going to do some more chill stuff today instead of any big combat. I mean, if combat's upon us, we will defend ourselves. But I don't think I'm gonna willingly start any big fights. Bit lower on the energy side today, but we're gonna do what we can get. We're gonna get done what we can get done, as it were. We won't let a little bit of low energy hold us back. Not too much. Besides, I got some black tea waiting for me. It's actually been a long time since I've had black tea. I usually prefer green tea with jasmine. Let's see if it's done cooling yet. Definitely not. We'll give that a few minutes. we're actually going to need to rotate these a little bit. We need to put... I'd like to try to keep all of my red generators in one vehicle and then all of my yellow ones in another. So that makes a total of 4 premium tech generators that are not currently deployed. Sounds about right. I think that's actually exactly what I brought down with me. In terms of what I brought from Riverside, which was in turn collected mostly from Muldraugh. I may have found 1 premium tech generator in Riverside. I think most of the rest of them came from Muldraugh. Okay, so these are both nice and filled up. Now, Charms is probably still carrying 2 floodlights. Or did I take them all out? I think I took them all out. Good. Good. The goal is not to empty Charms flowers entirely. It's just to get it sorted out here. Now, Charms flowers probably does need it needs to belong in the garage back here. Jorgensen is being actively used, so it shouldn't be parked in a less convenient spot back here. This is a vehicle that actually has a field kit in it, so it shouldn't, or did I transfer the field kit? I transferred part of it. Oops. Well, it's got more of a kit than Charms Flowers does, that's for sure. I need to have a step van with a kit, ready to be deployed when needed. Most of the rest of the stuff that actually is in Charms Flowers can stay in there. It's all tools, base building related stuff. The flower van is for building new bases. We've done a good job with Louisville so far. The music is a little bit out of sync with the what you guys are seeing on screen. As much as I enjoy the high theme of the exploration tracks, that was a little bit bombastic for looking at a map, but you know. What I'm seeing here, though, there's some spots in North Louisville that we haven't actually explored yet. Residential spots. Residential spots that could have survivor homes. So we may actually not be entirely done with North Louisville yet. I mean, I was very thorough with the Northeast here. I was very thorough with this. We explored every single nook and cranny up here. The Northeast, very thorough. The Southeast, untouched as of yet, minus the commercial sector down here, that small commercial sector. I didn't bother with this area yet because now that I've consolidated all of my assets at Jericho here, we can deploy to explore this area very easily. But the convenience of being able to explore the north is going to degrade as our supply line here that is now marked with red arrows. As this supply line starts getting filled in with respawns, it's going to get harder and harder to explore the north conveniently. So we actually probably should deploy to the north sooner rather than later to actually take advantage of the fact that we can access it more easily now before those respawns start coming in and making our life difficult. Oh, I'm still carrying around a set of floodlights. Oops. I can actually put those in charms. Charms can have one set of floodlights. It's fine. Charms actually probably should be carrying my blue generators. Probably. I don't know. All three of these vans here, they have a purpose. What distribution between those, between the three of them, that purpose, the distribution of those purposes is a little bit hazy as yet. We're gonna have a bite to eat before we hit the sack for our second bedtime here. Test this tea again. Oh. I have a sensitive tongue. It's going to take a minute to actually be cool enough for my standards. Tastes good, though. Definitely, black tea has not lost its charm on me. Alright. So we are going to explore the north today. Take the ambulance. I mean, we'll take the ambulance, and if it looks too tight to explore on foot, I'll just get out and... Or, I'm sorry. If it looks too tight to explore with the ambulance, I'll get out and explore on foot. That has been proving to be a better option these days than just risking the ambulance and bumping into everything imaginable. Just keep the ambulance parked somewhere nearby and ready to bail out. Yeah, I should have known. Going north from Jericho? Yeah. We, It's been a minute since we've used this particular road. And we've already triggered the music, which means it's probably going to break soon. Hey, Richie, good morning. Late start today, but decided to continue anyway. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Am I a stupid doofus? I am an unbelievably stupid doofus. Look at this. I took this truck out for patrol probably more than a week ago, and I left it here. You know what would be the icing on the cake is if I left it running, too. If I did leave it running, I probably burnt up all the gas. That is, I have not doofed that hard in quite a while. That is probably my biggest doof since entering Louisville, logistically speaking. That's all right. We just gotta drive it back down. This just goes to show you how long it's been since I've used this particular road. I've neglected this road quite a bit because we haven't needed to exit north from Jericho for a minute, a hot minute. You know what? Maybe I should leave this one at the gas station itself. I'll decide that later. For now, I just want to leave it at my actual base instead of in some random parking lot. The fuck? The fuck? I just walked out of here. Bitch, get away from my cows. Oi! Why don't you get away from the whole front of my base, please? That's right, you almost got me. Right this way. Please come and die somewhere where your corpse isn't going to stink up the place. Good night. Any more? Yeah, look at that. We just drove out of here. I don't recall seeing these guys when I drove out of here. But we're in respawn phase. It would not surprise me if we just went out for a little adventure in the north and came back here, and probably 10 of them in the parking lot when we get back. Just based on the trend I've just observed there. Yep. I expect that to happen now. I don't think there's anything in the trunk of this particular vehicle. No, this one is an empty trunk, so this one is going to get the parking spot next to USL here. USL and this fire and rescue here, they don't have an explicit purpose yet. I will absolutely find one eventually. But now that we've recovered from that little doof, back to our ambulance and then back to what we were doing. I think this forest was actually fine on the initial spawn through this area. But now we're entering 31 West, and 31 West had a fair few initial spawns on it, so I expect any number of respawns. We want to take this turn, or we want to keep going a bit. We could explore Maple Street on foot. North Maple Court here. Yeah, if we explore this on foot, we could take a peek at it. I mean, I've probably caught the tail end of it when we established Primus and we started our LSU run. But there is... I mean, they're apartment... what are they? Townhouses or apartments? I can't tell. Townhouses might actually be eligible to be survivor houses, even though the likelihood is probably on the floor. I'll take a look. I'll do my due diligence. I mean, I've never been to Louisville before this character, so I feel like exploring everything could not be a bad thing. Park on the north facing and cut the engine. Townhouses. Same kind we've been driving past. These ones looted and trashed. These ones not looted and trashed, but still useless. Tote McGoat bag. I did see that guy incoming. Right this way, folks. Oh, neat. This is a survivor vehicle. We got a smoke bomb, a fire bomb, plane chips. Cheapskate John Spiral, chemical warfare. So, there is one Cheapskate John Spiral magazine that I have not found, and it is the one that teaches you how to make pipe bombs. We learned how to make pipe bombs by finding a pipe bomb and researching it. We still have not found that magazine. I find that incredibly amusing. But because this is a survivor vehicle, we actually do want to check the... passenger seat has got rotten crap. Glove compartment with a gun in it. Yep. Always check your gloves, especially if it's a survivor vehicle. A couple boxes of 38 Special. So we've already come away with something useful here. Tell me, did I just witness? Nah, that's purple walls. I thought I saw purple carpeting. Ooh. Yet another... I don't know if I would call this a survivor one, because I ain't got no... It's got an interesting loot table in it, though. This guy's got a whole duffel bag full of canned food. And some medical supplies. And some small form food. Vice grips. Twine. I don't care about the rest of that. Yeah, this guy was prepared. He didn't get very far, but he was Desert fucking Eagle. Hell yeah. So it is a survivor vehicle of some sort, but no gas, no battery. So it's not one of those well taken care of vehicles. I'll take its loot, but I don't see nothing else to use there. Just the fact that it didn't have a gas or a good battery, that already tells me it doesn't have, it's not one of those vehicles filled with good parts. So I don't even need to look at it to know that. The vehicles in this entire row here are just loaded. L's to the yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a doctor bag before. Specifically a doctor bag. I've seen first aid kits. Those are billions of those. But this right here, that's new. I've never seen that. I'll take it just for the sake of novelty. Nothing to write home about. It's only max encumbrance 10. Okay. I think this particular row was all we were looking at. The end of this street. Okay, you know what? I'll check just the units on the other side of this road here. And they're all looted and trash. Mission success. Bunch of Zeds over there, but you couldn't pay me to care about them right now. There's nothing to fight for here. Let's get back to our ambulance with this nice little duffel bag full of loot. We have so little room in the trunk, we actually can't fit this bag full of loot. There we go. We just had to take the rifle out. Alright, so I think there was one other small area after we go down Waverly here. Bourbon Way. I feel like I've been down Bourbon Way before. Like all the way down it here. Apparently not. And there's like these two houses on Cary Lane here. Those, I should be able to perceive those from Bourbon Way. This was the corner I'm thinking of. Bridget DeFrancis and then Kenmare to Lace Curtain here. Broadway closed too as well. This little pocket of residential here. Every one of them has a chance to be a survivor home, and we're looking for those. So that is our current destination. Now, I expect rather significant population on, what was it, Broadway? When we get to the end of this road, the intersection there. Yeah, this whole road is going to be rather infested, so we're just going to gun it through as fast as we can and just try to keep our eye out the left side window so that we can eyeball these rich houses. Any one of them could be a survivor house despite their size. Actually, it would be amazing if one of these was a survivor house just because of how big they are. Whenever a survivor house is that big, there's more loot containers in there that could be filled with survivor house loot, and therefore Yeah. Mansions. Survivor mansions, as it were. Haven't seen one, to the extent of my knowledge. I don't think I've ever seen one of the big houses like this be a survivor house. This one's completely destroyed. But it still has a trunk. A locked trunk. The irony. There's nothing in the trunk. That's kind of neat. We can actually tell by looking at the, there's 0.05 encumbrance in the trunk. Might as well be like a Band-Aid in the trunk. So it is 100% useless. Oh, I thought for a second this was going to be a fire department because of the garages. This is actually a house with triple garage. I feel like one of my viewers actually mentioned this place to me at one point. No cars in there, though. It's pretty. Visually speaking, it's very pretty. I don't know if these walls are attackable by zombies or not. If not, then the points of ingress here are actually pretty light. Because these don't extend all the way into the river, but that would mean the only way in or out would be that corner. House is thoroughly unimpressive, though. I mean, even if it wasn't looted and trashed. Oops. You're gonna make me break one of these windows to get in here? I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. There might be no other way in. I could think of another way in without having to do anything to mess up the lower level. Looking at the architecture of this place, there are stairs leading to the second floor. What I could do is build my own staircase parallel to the indoor stairs on the outside here, and then use the sledgehammer on an upper level, on a wall on the upper level. That would not compromise the visuals or the security of the lower level at all. Am I willing to go that far for a place that I'm probably never going to come back to? Maybe. You guys are threatening me with a good time here. I might do it. I love the aesthetic of this. It's beautiful. If I could own a garage like this, absolutely. It's pretty. I hate to fuck it up. The fuck did you guys come from? Get out of there. If I'm going to be doing anything in this area, I should probably kill these guys. It is really pretty. Yeah, I think I am gonna. I'm gonna mess around here for a minute. Hey, this is a pretty looking garage. I'm gonna fuck with it. All I gotta do is got my axe in the backpack already. Put that in my hands. A couple of trees right here. Sounds like there's somebody inside. Okay, I gotta be well, if they're gonna eventually break out of there. All right, that's 12. I need 13 planks. So there we go. So if I manage to complete the operation that I'm trying to do here, I can take care of that Zed before she breaks the door inside and starts fucking on the windows here. I would need to put the logs, or sorry, the planks here. See, what I'm trying to do, like I think I just mentioned this, but the goal here is to build a staircase on the outside parallel to the one on the inside, which should guarantee that if I go upstairs, I can crack into the wall and it'll actually be an accessible place inside once I'm up there. So there's 13 planks on the floor. I just need nails now. I actually carry around nails in my ambulance specifically for field assembly of things. I'm going to go ahead and use them. If I feel like it, I can box the nails back up after I get a few more. Alright, fuck you. Ultra-edit giving me pop-ups. I think that actually is what caused that close call that I had a couple days ago. Actually, it was a pop-up from something I was running in the background. It took control away from Zomboid when a zombie was right behind me. And I panicked. But we got out of that. Didn't have to fuck with anything. Oh, the bush is in the way. There we go. Now we need the sledgehammer. Alright, now we just go upstairs and theoretically, if we sledge the wall right underneath the floor that gets created... Yeah, look at that. I can't even... there's no reason I should be able to see inside right now, but I can. Probably just because I started building stuff next to it. But this place has a... it's got a porch of its own now. Now, because I don't want to fuck this place up, I'm going to open the garage doors and leave the Zed outside and kill her outside. Oh, he stopped attacking the door. Get over here. Come on. Almost got me this way, buddy. Is this your garage? I like it. Nice place you got here. Wait, I'm going to need it. Forest Langford. Lovely place you got here, pal. I'm going to take charge of it. I really do like this place. I mean, damn. This is a nice, for a garage, it's pretty nice. Nothing particularly compelling loot-wise, but that really wasn't what I was looking for here. Yeah, it's all metalworking and auto-making stuff. One standard vehicle brake. Performance muffler for heavy duty. Except I don't have anywhere to put it, so... Oh, look at that. Got another individual here. Good morning, Nutty. Nothing too interesting so far. We just, we're exploring the north of Louisville here, because I found a few pockets of residential that hadn't explored yet, and this place caught my eye. I think one of my viewers, actually, it might have been one of the few folks who were watching me when I was on the night shift, somebody mentioned a house with a 3-car garage, and I think they were talking about this one. And if memory serves, I think they were talking about it because this wall is not attackable. But I don't know that for sure. If it is attackable, then this place doesn't have any real strategic value if this wall is attackable. But if it's not, then this is actually a really, really nice place. I really just kind of started messing with this place because this is a really pretty garage. I like this garage a lot. Yeah, and there was I had to get in here without breaking any of the doors or windows. So I used a little goofy strategy. I built my own little staircase and sledgehammered one of the upper floor areas up here. So I can turn this into a porch if I want to later on. So just a fun little thing I did. Don't know if I actually want to use this place for anything purposeful. I don't necessarily think anything. There is anything that I need to do in the north of Louisville. But if I did, this would be a nice field site for it. It's just up the road from Primus, which has already got functional stuff in it. I used that for the LSU assaults. That was one of the first things I did when I got to Louisville. But our current goal is to just head down towards this unexplored pocket on Bridget Francis here, and then Kenmare to Lace Curtain, and up there Broadway close there, and then I don't really know if I even care about these. These are probably townhomes here. Maybe I'll do a pass through if I can manage. There are going to be a number of Zeds there, so we'll see how that plays out. I picked up the sledgehammer, didn't I? That was what I was supposed to do. Damn it. Thank you. You know what? I was like, wait a minute. Usually something like that would be something I would trust myself not to forget, but no. I'm a little scatterbrained today. Speaking of which, I want to see if my tea is ready after I put that back. Sledgehammer back where it belongs. Black tea with a little bit of lemonade in it. It's like an Arnold Palmer with extra. I think Arnold Palmer's, don't they use... I thought Arnold Palmer is supposed to use green tea. I don't remember. Yeah, no, I don't want me driving off without that. That's a lovely thing. Red sledgehammer. Can't get those easily. Alright, the rest of the houses in this row probably are not going to be too valuable to me. No strategic value. I think there's a couple houses on the right? Yeah, okay, so up here at Carey Lane. This is an unmarked connector to that dead-end road up here. See, if we looked at the map, I would assume this would be a dead end up here. But this road that we just took is unmarked, and it... also to the north, look at this. Okay, so Carey Lane here. Carey Lane actually goes all the way around like this, but it's not... the Louisville map is unfinished, the street map up here. But nothing to see. We did not actually find anything, just wanted to take a look and see if there was anything to find. Mission accomplished there. Now, about that group up there in the middle of the street, I have a plan for them. That plan involves pulling them into this neighborhood here and then just looping around. See if I can't abandon them over here. Now, of course, that's going to pull everybody out of everybody's yard. This is a Louisville neighborhood here, so be advised. Be very advised. Now, if my auditory distraction was a success, I wouldn't have done that, but I did successfully pull most of them either to one side of the street or out of the street entirely, so I can do this now. Still took a side hit in the process. Did I lose any trunk space? Nope, we're good. Moving on. I think I can get away without doing the same thing here. Nope. I did not get away without doing the same thing there. And I lost 8 storage space in the trunk just now. That tiny little thump of that one zombie. -8 storage space. Thank you for playing. Have a nice day. Fucking hate this game sometimes. How dare you lightly tap a zombie with the side of your vehicle? How dare you? -8 storage space for you. Not allowed to have too much fun here. All your good shit has to break. Every single thing in this game has to fucking break. Alright. We want to turn into this neighborhood, do we? No, we do, but we also... we might have... I was thinking about doing this part on foot. I don't know if that ever escaped the thought process, though. The music stopped, I am aware of that. It just, avoid that roadblock and take a little bit of a risk here. Risk has paid off. Memory serves, yeah, this is LSU. Okay. Fair enough. That's the library over there on the right side. The library that had 100,000 of every book type known to man, except for those 4 that I always talk about. Aiming, reloading, napping, and longblade. Okay, so Chickasaw, if I take a left up here. If I take a left up here, Chickasaw, then that is going to bring me to the loop around that I've been looking at that I haven't actually perceived yet. I'll set the cruise control and peep the map again. So I didn't get my turn number. My turn number is the next one, or... Yeah, okay, so... Francis is a dead end here. But I can see everything. So does that count as everything explored there? Yeah. Okay. These guys are going to cause a problem for me. We're going to try a little maneuver here. All those guys who were in the road. Doot a couple times there. A little bit of doot, and now they're not in the road anymore. Who's to say residential driveways aren't worth anything? Unfortunately, the doot brings other people too, so we're going to have to try something even more risky here. The shit I do to try to avoid side hits. Okay, yeah, this was a pipe dream, this whole place. There was never anything here to explore. Just a phantom dark zone on the map that looked like I hadn't explored it yet. Honestly, that, yeah, that there... I could see between these houses. There's nothing to see there. Now, these step vans over here, I've driven past them already once before, and I've been like, oh, that's cool. Except I literally have a step van waiting for me right now that I don't have a purpose for yet, so... The only thing I would want to check is to see if any of those have a perfect engine, which... chances are pretty low. There is an animal trailer up there next to the river, but that would have been one we drove past a long time ago. So any chances of the animals inside of it being alive are 0.0 at this point. Okay, so here's where we actually want to explore more now. Fatigue just hit us, so there's a upper limit to any exploration we can do from this point. However, we have a nice little pocket here where there's no immediate spawns. So what I'm going to do is have a drink of tea really quick. And a bite of roast. We actually are carrying around quite a bit of loot that we've picked up. I'm going to leave that in a garbage bag here. This ensures that my backpack is freed up and that I can put some stuff back into the step van here. Despite the fact the step van has lost some storage space. Alright, what we can do now is explore on foot a little bit. We're probably going to see if we can establish a safe place to sleep in one of these two houses on Broadway Close. If we can do that, then we can actually get a sleep and we don't have to rely on coffee. If we can't do that, then we'll just have a sip of coffee and run through this on foot, see what we need to see and get out of here. And we're also going to go ahead and put on some music, since the game has decided that it doesn't want to play music anymore, as it tends to do in the latest build here. Music. pzchill2.xpsf. Engage. Now that's interesting. Broadway Close appears to be surrounded by tall fences. I guess they don't want the pores to come in. Gotta keep the pores out. This house in the corner here looks intact. See if there's anybody in the perimeter. Purple carpeting, too. Hells to the yeah. And a vagrant over here. She's trying to take a nap. Nap has been succeeded. I like this place. Purple carpeting and whatnot. Somebody alive in there? Back here? Oh, there she is. Okay. Might have to break one of the windows. Well, too late. She broke it. At least I don't have to kill her inside now. I don't like sleeping in houses that have corpses if I don't have to. Right, got ourselves bed with pillow here, and a couple of planks to secure the location. I hate it when the game does this. I hate it when the game does this. I tried to build the planks barricade from the inside, and it put it on the fucking outside. Ay, Dios míos. See, I didn't want to barricade it all the way up to level 3 because then I don't get any natural light. Tedious bullshit. Absolute tedious bullshit. This is why I don't use wooden planks quite as often. Whatever. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Not as worried about the bathroom because I can just flap a door on the inside, or close the door on the inside. Same with this room, but... Alright, I shall go ahead and sleep, actually. We are not currently in need of eating anything. Hey, KT, how's it going? We are doing a little bit of exploration, and we just established a place to sleep here. I'll go ahead and give it a red S, actually. There's some pockets of unexplored territory here in North Louisville. So we're just cleaning that up. Getting the blank corners of the map filled in, as it were. Alright, just roll on down this road. Oh, does it? Okay. Well, hey, the Amazon warehouse is right next to us here. That was something in the back of my mind to take a look at the place. We don't have anything that could haul the loot right now, but we could always just get it sorted and then come back with a hauler. Spiffo's down here. I believe it has been looted and trashed. Yep. Neat little bit of stuff here. Nothing overly impressive. I'll take that pickaxe. Absolutely. I could make my own, but that's a lot of materials. Do I really need another pair of floodlights? No, but I'll take one. I'm able to carry it without causing any problems. So. Ah, hello. Do I really want to run through that? Not really. I'll run around it. That's enough that would cause an issue for me when I try to run back to some place to go to sleep. Small little groups like this, I can lose them much easier. Getting pretty wet too. Both the rain and the sweat combined. That's a recipe for getting a cold right there. Oh, this is not the house that I set up in. Oh, no, it is. It is. I came inside. I expected to see purple carpets, but they're all the way in the back. Hello. Didn't realize we had somebody on this side of the street. Come on over, pal. Come out here and die next to your neighbor. Sang Burkett. I don't even know if I want to take those floodlights back with me, because that's going to be a complicated logistical thing. I don't have room for them in the ambulance. So I'm just going to probably leave them here, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a pretty light bulb in them. There's a pretty light bulb right here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right. That should be almost everything. I do kind of want to take a look down Kenmare and then maybe just dip in and dip out of Broadway. That'll be a successful evening, and then I'll come back here, sleep, and then we'll deploy to the Amazon warehouse, which is just further to the north, I believe. You can tell where my field house is from a distance now. The new lighting system doesn't work very well with the old floodlights. The floodlights just AOE light goes right through walls. Whole lot of them over there. Nothing else to see, though. I believe that we have seen the rest of this street now. And no survivor houses to be found. No point in sneaking down here. These guys are gonna see me no matter what. Should think that after 2 years I'd be almost fluent in zombie. Pretty houses here, but no boarded up windows, no boarded up windows. No boarded up windows. Looted and trashed with a bunch of corpses outside of it. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. With a taste of nothing on top. See, in this particular situation, I would be almost tempted to try my luck at climbing over a fence. But the sheer amount of stamina that you lose if you try and fail, even if you succeed, the sheer amount of stamina you lose, even at fitness 9, makes it not even slightly worth trying anymore. Oh. Not after that bullshit I had last time I risked it. There's one blank corner of the map filled in, and I'm getting fucking sweaty again. This is actually getting absurd. Just a little bit of running in this weather. It's at 21°C at night. I can understand that. I hate to say it, but I actually understand that. All right, let's take a few layers off. All right. At least with the rain gone, we won't have to worry about water from above, just water from within. I think we've got enough time to screw around. We can actually peek at the Amazon warehouse. I believe it should be right up here, north of us on this road. Come on with this shit. It's really, really annoying that I can't read a map with the angle-head flashlight while it's on my chest. I have to put it in my fucking hand. Alright, I think it's this one right here on 5th Street. So I think we want to take a left here on 3rd and break north, and then see what we can see. It would be my first time eyeballing some of these places. Actually, you know what? I am going to seek knowledge of time travel here. So the place I'm passing right now is storage units. So that's actually a candidate right there. That is a candidate. But this is our target. We want to take a look at the big warehouse. Okay. So 3 targets up here. Newton Freight Warehouse. So Newton Freight Warehouse is this universe's stand-in for Amazon, it seems. This doesn't seem good. It's been looted and trashed. Fan-fucking-tastic. Well, just because it's been looted and trashed doesn't mean it's useless. Just a little bit useless. Saved by the sound. Saved by the sound. Alright, there's 2 rows. Bunch of bricks there if I cared about bricks. Potential incoming. If they remember how to get all the way to me once they get to that door. I need to verify that my battery is in good shape because I actually used my backup battery. Okay, yeah, we're 2/3. We're good. This is one place where you do not want to get caught without a battery. You'll figure a way out eventually, but can you do so safely? If there's probably more than just the one guy. And I heard somebody flip over a window here. Alright, it's about 3 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and conclude the night operations here. We made a decent chunk of progress. We're going to have a bite to eat, and we are going to head back to our sleep spot, and we will come back by light of day. Quite a few up there. We'll deal with them all by foot tomorrow. Yeah, even when looted, a POI like that is still worth checking out. The amount of rolls for each container is severely lessened, but hey, I'll take it. There's enough containers to make it worth it at this point. Dreamer awards. I didn't even know there was such a thing. What do they call them? Streamies? I've heard of whatchamacallit, Emmys. I've heard of Saxies. I've heard of Grammys. Streamies just doesn't sound like a funny. That sounds like somebody making fun of it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yeah. I actually just had a channel milestone. I had YouTube gave me a notification. Congratulations on 10,000 hours of watch time. That's cool. They actually called them the Streamies. Go figure. Okay. I can't think of the word streamer without thinking about that line from the Red Letter Media video. Every time I drink a Pepsi, I have a streaming service. Oh man, Red Letter Media is that's a national treasure right there. What's up, losers? On my road here. I'm gonna hold on to this bag, but then I'm gonna leave it outside with the rest of the bags because we've got we're gonna have bags of loot, and we're gonna just be leaving them outside. Anytime we pick up stuff that we can't carry with us, because we're gonna be getting a lot of stuff we can't carry with us. Tiresome. Alright, I need to be able to drive back and forth up here, so we're going to be healing these guys. Alright. Oh wait, there's a way in around there. Let's deal with anybody going for the ambulance first. It's a, I needed to come up with a name for, the Gornam character from CDI, Philips CDI games. There's some deep lore behind that if you're not familiar with it. The Legend of Zelda IP was briefly shared by Philips, and they made a few games for their CDI machine, which is one of the least popular gaming consoles of the generation. And they were very, very, very cringe Zelda games. Like 2 of them, 2 maybe. I can't remember if they got away with a third, but they had cutscenes where everybody talked, and they had these really silly animations, and Gornam was one of the characters. And I used Gornam's avatar for a little while, but I wanted to come up with a name that didn't have anything to do with Gornam, so I just came up with Ginfidel. Because if you look at all my earliest videos on this channel, they're all just YTPs and memes, and I needed a name that suited a YTP channel, and I just got attached to it. Everywhere else on the internet, my identity is Sunderbraze. I would, if I was willing to change this channel's name, it would probably be like Sunderbraze Streams or something like that. But no, I'm just gonna leave it Ginfidel. I enjoy it. If I was gonna be involved in anything serious on YouTube, it would be done through my main channel here. Hang on, youtube.com/Sunderbraze. I just haven't touched this channel for many, many years because, hang on, incoming. Imagine pushing a zombie through a fence. I have no idea how that would work. But yeah, this is my main channel. If I was gonna do anything anything serious on YouTube, it would be through that. This has always been meant to be a secondary channel. I haven't posted for that channel for a very long time because of how many subs it's accidentally accrued over the years from the one viral remix that or not even remix, just a soundtrack extension that's on my channel trailer there that almost 100 fucking million views. I just posted it at the right time at the right place, I guess. I don't think there's any better example of how YouTube can just be sheer fucking luck. A video that took me like 30 minutes to make, less than 20 minutes in duration, almost 100 million views, 80,000 subs over about a decade there. Wacky place, this website. Apparently I'm in the top 250 music channels just because of that fucking one video. Apparently. I mean, I haven't looked at the Social Blade in a few days, so I probably forgot the exact number. I just, it's laughable to think that I would be in the top 1,000 anything. Yeah, and I have not posted on that channel for over 12 years, I think. Alright, we'll leave this garbage bag of loot here, and I do want this road to be somewhat traversable, so I'm going to go ahead and get out and kill anybody on this side of the road. The Zeds on the other... This fence is not attackable yet. The Zeds cannot attack this fence. The one with the concrete barrier and the barbed wire at the top is currently not attackable. So Zeds who cannot figure out how to get to me, they're just going to stand there like an idiot. She knows how to get to me. Or he. Oh yeah, look, they can go all the way around. Okay. That's fine. We'll kill this group down here. Oh yeah, no shit. Go figure. Looks like the rain is intensifying. That tells me we're gonna get some, that could mean we're gonna get a thunderstorm here. All this rain, and of course the blood is still stuck to my ambulance like a magnet. That's so silly. Hello. Jesus. Okay. Well, that's where I'm leaving. I'm leaving the loot bag right there because that's where the loot that I'm going to extract from this place. Just going to bring it right outside that door there. One of my 6. Let's deal with her first. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to get that on the list once I start playing stable. Bitch, I'm right here. You don't have to keep hitting the door. Yeah, that's right. Let's do a sharpen check while we have a moment. God damn it. Can't let me sharpen my frickin' sword. Just do it in the ambulance. I should have done that from the start. Really? Really? I'm the fact that they won't say anything, that tells me, I don't know. That makes me lean towards they might not actually do it. Because if they were gonna do it and everybody's hyped for it, then they have, like I said before, they have a financial incentive to actually hype it up a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I guess it would be a little bit out of tradition for them because they never announce anything ever. Come on. There we go. Yep, 100%. Like, they were obviously, if you read every single one of the dev logs that preceded it, they were obviously kind of hinting that it was getting closer and closer, but they've been doing that for years, so it's like, you know, the hints mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes you cheer. Right, I know, that's people who bought the game from a long time ago. It's like, okay, I guess I'm still getting use out of the purchase. That's one of the reasons I've kind of really softened my stance on the D&D Stone since I've started. When I first started streaming, I was a little bit harsher towards them, but I thought about it a little bit more. I've a lot mellowed on that, very much more mellow. Of all the business decisions they could have made to screw us over the years. I mean, if you think about it, when they went from 2D to 3D avatars, that probably would have been an opportunity to be like, yeah, this is PZ2. Everybody's got to rebuy it now. I mean, they would have absolutely destroyed the community by doing that. Their good portion of the player base probably never would have bought the new version. But they could have done that. There's a lot of industry precedent for pulling bullshit like that. Yeah. The fact that they offer the game as a 4-pack, like you could buy a 4-pack and then gift it to a couple of people, that kind of tells me that the devs know who butters their bread, and that's the multiplayer players. Do a perimeter check around the front here. If there are more in the area, they're going to eventually wander their way inside from the front. Now, these guys would not be able to get to me if I was just operating on the interior there. Hello there. This guy just, he's got plain line of sight to me, but he's looking at the floor. Whatever you say, pal. Have these guys been inside here all night? Yeah. Word of mouth is powerful. It's very powerful. Never underestimate it. I know a lot of people underestimate word of mouth, and it comes back to bite them eventually. This is a situation where I'd love to just whip out the M36, but no. We're gonna do this somewhat quietly. Drug addict amputee. Alright, I see her there. I can come outside, kill her. Actually, if I scan through the middle here, I'll be able to tell if anybody else is in here. That's not to say that we're going to have a clean shot at anything, but, yeah. Good old-fashioned skeezers. The different types of scissors that they've added in B42, I found that quite amusing. There was like early on there was a Reddit thread about the different types of scissors, and I posted about safety scissors and the fact that safety scissors at the time didn't even have sharpness. The devs fixed that; they have sharpness now. But that was a really popular thing to talk about at the time, because everybody was like, yeah, use these types of things to do your tailoring. It won't cause any durability loss. The access to the map, yeah. So these shelves I just cleared, but yeah, we've still got plenty of shelves to look through here. I prefer to face this direction while looting, because that's where the zombies will be coming from. First shelf full of books, and we do have a level 5, but it's only welding. New box of nails for the van. Blocks, a little bit of everything in here. Couldn't even begin to tell you exactly what kind of loot table this is, because I've seen mixture of almost everything. There's soda right there. Oh, look, more soda. Let's whip out a garbage bag. Boxes and boxes full of soda. An entire garbage bag full of soda already. Footsteps outside. Yep. I have an idea. I would like to reduce the amount of zombies that could accidentally mosey up in front of the door. So I'm just gonna... This will prevent them, make them have to go around the ambulance. I am also going to leave the door closed. Doesn't mean that they won't be right in front of the door, but at least that way I'll see them through the door when I open it. We're going to do another one of them garbage bag full of soda. I'll lower the music volume just a little bit. Give myself the ability to hear things a little bit better here. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Honestly, one of the only problems right now is all three of my trailers that I have are actually loaded with stuff already. I should probably move all of the rope into one so that I have a free loot trailer. Now the only problem with that is I came out here initially to explore. I didn't actually, I didn't quite expect to find anything, and I still haven't found any survivor homes. But the trailer reduces your mobility, so if I was going to use the ambulance in any tighter spots, then the ability to maneuver through a tight spot is reduced significantly even if it's just a regular trailer. But I'm pretty sure we're going to come out of this place with more than I could fit in a trailer anyway. I'm perfectly okay with that. I like me some loot. Love me some loot. I was kind of hoping that these cardboard boxes could be something more than just soda, but you know what? I'll take them. I'll take what I can get. I do like me some soda. It gives happies, it gives calories, and it shuts the hunger up. It's not the nectar of the gods like it used to be in whatchamacallit, 42.0.2. That was the soda was the nectar of the gods there. It restored one unit of fatigue for every 1 milliliter you drank, or something like 1-to-5 ratio. It was ridiculous. Definitely needed a nerf, but the devs got mad because of how much fun we were having with it. Oops. Infinite stamina juice. 100%. I like to do is take 4 garbage bags, put them in the corners of the tiles here, so that I have like here's one, basically a little over 100 encumbrance in this little spot right here. So I just, when I have a vehicle that can carry all of it, I'll just drive on up and take all 4 of these, and then just do another pile just like this. A completely open step van, like the logistics vehicle, whatchamacallit, LUSA. One of those could do can do 208 in the trunk, so that would actually be 4 full garbage bags, plus I think a little bit more, but it has to be a perfect trunk in that case. Actually running low on garbage bags, because I don't usually have enough space for something like this. So I'm going to take a couple of garbage bags out of the ambulance, which I carry around some in the alpha bag here. Oh, hey, Spiffo. Fuck off. This is my loot place. Little bitch. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's mostly just the fact that I'll hear their footsteps and get pissed off. Otherwise, the raccoons are not really a problem. Not like the rats. Rats are so small you can't see them, but raccoons are big enough usually. I can't remember the last time I actually ran into one on accident. I have done it before, like once, but it's nowhere near as big of a problem as rats. Now, do I really need all the soda? No. But do I want all the soda? Yes, absolutely. That's a Captain Falcon yes right there. Yes! Show me your moves. Hello. Falco punch! Falcon kick. So today's stream is probably going to be a little shorter than normal. I do actually have... I had to do a few things this morning and actually have a few things to do this afternoon. We probably still have a couple of hours left, but it's definitely not going to be another one of those 8 to 10 hour streams. We might not even make it to the 6 hour mark, but probably around the 4 hour mark. We'll see. Based on how this operation plays out and how much time I have left after that. It is a Monday after all. Mondays are not the strongest. Monday is actually pretty mid on YouTube, in terms of how many folks are actually online and willing to hop onto a stream. Don't know what to make of the early week. I know, right? How dare. How dare. Absolutely dare. My, whatchamacallit. So my real life friends have jabbed at me a few times about spending so much time streaming, but then Mashik, one of the guys, he's been on a few of my earlier videos when I played 7 Days to Die. Mashik came back to town. He travels a lot. He came back to town and he tried to take us all out to lunch yesterday, and so I was like, okay, cool. Throw me a time and I'll just end the stream before then and I'll meet you guys there. But then nobody else wanted to show up, so he's like, all right, we'll just do it another day. So it's like, you know, I can't even, they can't even make fun of me anymore because I'm literally willing to step out and have fun with them when they actually schedule it ahead of time. But then we tried to schedule it ahead of time and nothing happened. Oh man, when you get to be this age, sometimes it can actually be annoying to schedule things with your friends because everybody's got shit going on these days. So one of my best friends from high school, he, I think he lives in, fuck, I don't even remember. He was living in Buffalo for a while there. I think he's now living in Philly. If memory serves, that was a big thing. He was moving to Philly. I don't remember if he actually went through with it yet, but anyway, that's like several states away from me from now. So trying to schedule something with him means I have to. That involves commute between states now. It doesn't get easier. It only gets more annoying. I know there's more steel sheets on the floor over there. Irony being, one of my other best friends, this was like before high school, like I knew this guy elementary school and back, he became a dad recently and actually got himself a, I'm guessing he got a full-on house. He kept saying, I got a place. He just used the word place, and I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I didn't grill him for it, but he actually has time to play video games nowadays. I actually see him on Steam more often than not. I guess that means he's spending more time at home. I hope that means he's spending more time at home, because when you're a new dad, that means you're going to be helping the missus with lots of stuff. But I actually caught him on. I caught him playing TF2 the other day, and that actually made me want to try to pick up TF2 again. There may or may not be some TF2 in the future on this channel here. About the 3 Gs. Put a couple of smaller things in this bag and then leave it here. Oh, look at this! Look at this! RPG manual for swords and fireballs. Okay, this is an important one. I got to keep this one with me because I've made the joke before. I've made the swords and gunnery joke on this channel. That was our billing. That was our billing advertisement for a while there. Swords. I actually used the swords and sorcery logo on this. Hang on, I got to show you guys this. If anybody is watching now, if you weren't around, I don't know, maybe like 12 or 15 parts ago. PZ Live Swords and Gunnery. This used to be the thumbnail I would use because I had the wizard hat and I was like, oh, that's cool. That reminds me of Swords and Sorcery. Except in this game, it's Swords and Sorcery, or Swords and Gunnery. Now that I've actually found the RPG manual in game for that. This universe is legally distinct Swords and Sorcery. Let's whip out another one of them. They're garbage bags. See, everything about these shelves is telling me storage units, like as if I was just in one of those you know, one of those private storage units. But we're getting books with level 4s and 5s, so I'm not hating what I'm seeing. I just, expectations are in the gutter as always because, I don't know. It would be very interesting to see myself just not get Longblade 5 ever. I would be quite impressed if that happened. Of all the chances we've had. I picked up a TV. I'm actually going to dismantle it because I didn't want to leave it on the shelf. Ooh, blue, and I don't know if I've ever seen a pink light bulb before. Cool, I'll take that. That's neat. Somebody's wallet with cash in it was left on this shelf. I don't, you know, I've never actually known somebody in person who worked at Amazon, but I feel like they wouldn't do that. Just a feel, just a feel. Yeah, no, I'm definitely, so back in Riverside, I've got a book, a crate that is full of comic books, and I think that crate is more than halfway full. So it's 0.4 encumbrance. Comic books are 0.4, and we have 78, and it's more than halfway full. So 78 divided by 2 divided by 0.4. So we probably got a little over 100 comic books in Riverside. And I'm going to bring back all the ones that I find in Louisville. So I look forward to see exactly how many comic books I have once I combine those two collections. Yeah, the plushie collection is actually harder than it looks. I know I have a big Spiffo somewhere. I think I have a big Spiffo in Riverside. Teddy bears, you can find those. Those are dime a dozen. But the smaller ones, I think in Reed office building, I've got one of the Fox ones. I don't think I ever got one of those in Riverside, so I might actually stop by Reed and bring that back with me at some point. Ooh, boots! Regular-ass boots. Yes, please. I'm going to put those on right now. They're the same as military boots stat-wise, but they have a slightly nicer appearance. Slightly nicer appearance. I like them. I have... hard to actually specifically find a pristine pair of boots in this game. And specifically boots, right? Because there's all different kinds of boots. Military boots, actually some of the most common boots that give you the 100% protection on your feet. Work boots. I'll take a pair. Ever since I had my military boots randomly get a hole in them, I've been leaving spare boots in strategic places ever since that happened. Yeah, purple and orange. I know I have at least 2 or 3 orange. The silly thing with the light bulbs is I almost never feel comfortable using them because they're gonna burn out like shortly after I start using them. I just know that for a fact. Like you'll get a couple days use out of them and then they're gone. So it's like I never feel like I have enough to just start using them just for funsies. Oh look, sugar beets. Garlic. I think we already got past the garlic season. Barley. Barley is something that is a fall crop that I don't think I've ever actually successfully planted. So that might make the September plant, which we're about 3 days away from. Box of nails and duct tape, always. Even a pristine hacksaw. I got room for it. I'm going to be bringing a whole hauler back here, so I've got room for it. More than that of nails, I think we're good. Oh, whole ass set of floodlights here. What the hell? I was able to move the floodlights to the floor, even though you're not supposed to actually be able to move them as an item. Clicking the move to floor button apparently will put things on the floor, even if you're not supposed to be able to. Floodlights are one of those things that, like, there's not an item icon for it. But it just shows it as in item form on the floor there. Do the same with this. Salt lick here. Okay, we got those shelves taken care of. I'm going to drop this bag off. And then I think we'll still have room for 2 more bags after this one, but we'll double check. Really? Huh, okay, fair enough. Shit. Before I pick that up again. Get out of here. We've only actually got room for 1 more garbage bag. And then we'll be over. Yeah, we're at 154 right now across these 6. We won't be... Oh, hang on a second. No. We actually cannot see... We can't see all garbage bags in one spot. Hang on, let me try something else here. Okay, now I can see them at 180 out of 50. So I can get 1 more garbage bag, but I can't fill it up all the way. I'm thinking about the trunk of a step van, which could fit 208. Come on, come out of there. Bitch. Hiding behind the walls that won't call. Okay, so we can only fill this one up to 20. I could come back here with a hauler with a trailer. That would. There's not too many zombies. I gotta drive past. I could do that. I probably will want to do that. All right, now looking at crates. Pocket watch. That's a neat thing. Sometimes I could see a pocket watch being useful in a very specific scenario if you wanted to do the full night armor. Full night armor means you can't wear a wristwatch because you can't put a wristwatch underneath the metal armor. But if you had a pocket watch and then you use just a one-handed melee weapon all the time, you could actually have the pocket watch in your hand, and your main hand was something like the machete here, and you could you'd actually be able to fight as like a knight, and you'd still have the time. It'd be just a fucking medieval ass knight with a whatchamacallit, with a pocket watch in his offhand. That'd be some wacky shit right there. I've never even considered doing so, but the ability to do so is always an interesting thing. Some furniture in one of these boxes. Hang on a second. No, it's another chemical warfare one. I see Cheapskate John, and I always don't want to double check it. Postcard from Alcatraz. I'm sure everybody goes to Alcatraz for the postcards. Oh wow, 2 propane tanks, completely full. Well, there's our 20 encumbrance, actually. So that means I'll take these 2 propane tanks here and leave them outside in the designated spot, and then I'll start assembling a trailer pickup. So we'll come back with not just a hauler, but a trailer too. Oh, you know what? We got to take 0.2 encumbrance out. There we go. Now exactly 180 on the ground. Now exactly 200 on the ground. Oh, that's right. We can do 208. I forgot about that. What the fuck were you? Looks like she came out from inside. Okay. Interesting. The last 8 encumbrance, I'll probably just pick up some steel sheets. If we're going to come out here with a hauler, then I am absolutely going to min-max. There's 2 steel sheets right here. And we'll probably find a few more out if we start driving, or start running past the garage doors where they would have been busted down. No? Interesting. I guess these don't give steel sheets when they get busted down. I can find a few encumbrance worth of stuff here. Where the fuck did you come from, dude? Take a hint. There's 2, 4, 6, and 8. Perfect. Alright, so we now have exactly 208 encumbrance of stuff on the floor right here. So all we do is... Hang on. There we go. See, exactly 208 encumbrance across all this crap. So all we do is when we are ready for the pickup, we drive our step van down here and park it so that the trunk is right in front of this and just put all that shit straight into the trunk. So that is a full trunk of the step van. Now we are, if we're going to bring the step van plus one of the trailers, we have 130 encumbrance to work with now. I think 130 encumbrance is like 5 garbage bags. Yeah, if you are organized. We just got hired, but I don't expect we're going to be like fighting any major wars here. It's just going to be the one-offs that hear us and decide to come on over here. Have some jerky. Oh, and we already had a garbage bag. I think this one was already full, or halfway there. Alright, 2 more rows of shelves. Another 2 propane tanks. Alright, okay. Cool. Shit. Threaten me with all these propane tanks. I will find a use for them eventually. I brought a lot from Riverside. So actually, in terms of locally sourced stuff, I haven't actually found a lot of propane tanks down here by any measure versus the ones that I've brought from Riverside. Yet another one right there. Another 3. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm gonna put some of the propane tanks that I'm picking up. I'm gonna put them on the floor over here. Alright, so there's 3 right there. There's another 3 over here. Yeah, propane is one of those things you can't make it yourself, so might as well grab whatever you find. So that is a total of 60 encumbrance of propane right there. Yeah, so that's half of the trailer already filled right there. And there's yet another one. I didn't peg this place as a massive propane source, but geez Louise, okay. We are now up to 9 propane tanks, and seeing as that it's established a trend that we've got another row here, possible propane. Yeah, there's 2 more. That makes 11 right there. Just gonna get out another one of my military backpacks. And that reminds me, I must have left one of my military backpacks somewhere else. That's not good. I don't have B Bravo. Oops. Oh my god. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna have nothing but propane for days and days here. I will take every single one of these. Every last one with extreme prejudice. We're up to 14 propane tanks, so that's literally more than we can fit in a that's more than we can fit in a trailer. So we're prepping for trailer plus hand carry now. All right. Handcrafted wallets. Okay. A wallet shop. It's definitely the 90s when somebody can make nothing but wallets and still somehow have a brick and mortar store to sell them from. That's definitely the 90s for you there. The U.S. economy was just that good back then. That's almost impossible to imagine right now in the current context. I mean, sure, you can get people make wallets, but that's like, you know, they would sell them on the internet. That'd be an Etsy thing, and it would be a side job to a day job that they would spend doing something else. I'm even afraid that we might start seeing the death of, like specialty watches, like Rolex or something like that. I mean, there are still plenty of really, really rich people who like to buy stuff like that, possibly. But is there going to be enough of them in the future to keep buying them and then actually sustain a business off of it? That's something I wonder about. So here's another book container, but yeah, nothing of interest there. Oh man, those green numbers, they're just going through the roof. Those big green numbers. I love the green numbers every time I look at my bank account. All those green numbers that just definitely keep going up and aren't just barely breaking even. Oh, FML. Okay, that's all the racks here. Now we have all the crates taken care of and all of the racks on this side. We've got basically 3 rows left. And we're in like super high scrutiny mode. We would have to see something very impressive for me to pick it up at this point. Because now that we've allocated so much stuff that we're not going to be able to... I mean, we'll do it in one trip, but it's going to be very tight. Tell me more about that one judge. That one judge in Versu down there. He's the Supreme Court judge. If I remember right, he's the people are basically saying he's got more power than the actual head of state now. And he very much disliked any. I probably shouldn't say anymore. I think he very much dislikes anybody saying anything about him on social media. I'm thinking about the right guy. Right? Nope. No discussion allowed. Nope. Unfortunate. But looks like everything on those racks were closed. Fire over here. What kind of fire was this? This was regular for heavy duty, so I'm not too interested in that. So before we're going to head back to our sleep house and get a sleep, and then as an overnight activity, we're going to commute back to Jericho and go pick up a vehicular device that can support all this stuff we just picked up. But we need to move all these here propane tanks. I guess we'll do 3 trips. Or, no, we need to do several trips back and forth. We can only carry 5 at a time, and there's 15 here. So, we would be able to carry 6 at a time if it wasn't for the fact that I forgot my other military backpack. That was a bit of a doof. The spring. Alright, when it comes to the loading up the trailer, it's going to be harder to position that properly, so I'm going to, I'll just dump the loot for it in, like, the middle of the road here. Right, second to last trip. Oh yeah, definitely. This will definitely be probably a slightly higher priority in the future. I mean, all this propane means my ability to build field defenses is going way, way up. I mean, of course, being able to judge the situation properly as to whether I should build field defenses, that's an entirely separate skill set that I'm lacking a little bit. I can think of several engagements that I've had recently that would have been way better if I had just built a field defense somewhere and just led them over to it. But I was only truly diligent about building those back when we started doing First Street. I have gotten lax since. Hello. Speaking of lax, I have no ability to fight until I drop this stuff, so I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna go around that guy. So right now, there's 120 encumbrance on the floor there. If I drop one more and just hand carry the remaining rest of these, that will mean I don't have to think about hand carry for the next trip. So the 2 of these that I'm hand carrying right now, I'm just going to hand carry those back now. Okay, so our logistics are set. When we come back here with a hauler with a trailer, the hauler puts all of this stuff right here in the trunk, and then the trailer puts all the propane in the trunk, and we will return back with that hauler completely full. I love it when a plan comes together. I think we can boost our music back up a little bit now. A little late getting to bed, but that's okay. The good thing about the way my sleep schedule works is if I'm late, that just means that those however many hours I'm late gets subtracted from my overnight task, and I still go to bed at 4 a.m. and I usually still wake up with a similar amount of fatigue. I mean, at that point, it's kind of just subject to RNG, because it is kind of random, your fatigue loss rate after a certain point. That's true. The weird thing about bricks, or masonry in general, is that the plaster stuff that you need, it's different. You need clay cement. That's what I'm thinking of. See, bricks they can be pretty convenient, but then the clay cement and how heavy it can be, that can actually make it surprisingly inconvenient. We might not have to sleep here again. This might be the last time we need to sleep here. I think I might actually take the, seeing as I put a battery connector and a blue light in it, I will go ahead and take this floodlight with me. You know something I might do, when I do come back here with the hauler, I might actually steal some of the purple carpeting. I might do that. I'll come back here with the hauler, and then I'll be able to hand carry back a bunch of purple carpeting with me. Because even though the hauler will be full, I'll still have room for hand carry. Now, establishing an optimal route is actually going to be really hard. If we stay on Bourbon down to Chapel Mount, Primus is probably not going to be secure. It's been so long since we fought there. But it's probably our best bet. I mean, it just depends on what the respawns are like. If the respawns have reached the proportion of the initial spawns for that area, then it's probably not going to be an optimal route, but we'll see what it looks like. Look at all this shit. Trying to imagine going past that. That is... You know what I'm going to do? We've got a parking lot right here. I'm just going to doot the horn a couple times in this parking lot and see if I can't get just all those idiots out of the road. It'd be amazing if I could just ditch all those guys in a spot that's not the middle of the fucking road. It'd make it much, much easier to drive back here. Oh crap, that's a lot to my right side there. And I'll ditch these guys going in this direction, which is, I think, one turn too early for the optimal route that I had in mind, but it'll at least result in the fewest number of Zeds being in the street in that spot. There's another side hit. What did I lose that time? Another -7 encumbrance in the trunk. We're down to 149. I hate this game sometimes. I really do. I can't wait to play it some more. We've got to be punished for using our favorite vehicle. Got to be punished. That's... Oh, you know what? I forgot I did this. I forgot I did this. Past me did future me a favor here. Yep, I had deleted a section of that fence. Intentionally. This is back when I was fighting... this is LSU right here. I suppose we could do a trip down memory lane here. Just to see what the respawns are like. We annihilated every Zed in this area hardcore. And we used this fighting position here, which funneled them into this spot. And then we would lead them down, when we had to fall back from this spot, we would lead them down the football field here. Through which we carved a massive hole. And then we would, this would be a fallback spot here. This is, we're passing Secundus there. And then we never had to do this, but if we had to, we would fall back to Primus here. We never actually had to use Primus as a fighting location. It was always just a sleep spot that I established. But look at that. Look at that. Full respawn at Primus. I should have expected nothing less. Primus is the only place that I sleep there. Is just this little hidey hole there with the ambulance, or sorry, the taxi in front of the staircase. But because the respawn's here, I can't use this for anything. It is 100% useless to me now as a well, literally anything. It served its purpose at the time. It got us into LSU with extreme prejudice. Oh, great. Everybody on 31 West is respawned as well. But nothing. No surprises there. No surprises whatsoever. We expected this to a certain extent. It was the extent to which there were respawns. Hello! I had to swerve. That probably subtracted, wow, we got very lucky that somehow didn't cause any side damage. Don't ask me how that didn't cause... That was something that probably should have caused a lot of side damage. But, whatever. Jericho's just right down the road here. Hey. Fuck did I hit? Did I just hit a ghost? Was it a spooky, scary ghost? I hit something. I'm not going insane. Y'all heard that. I hit something. But I can't even fucking tell what it was. It must have been a rat. Fucking hate this game sometimes. I really fucking hate this game sometimes. I have a bit of a lower tolerance for bullshit today. Just a slightly lesser tolerance. But that's alright. We have successfully set up a operation, and we are going to execute that operation. And I'm going to take a break after that. Like I said, I said from the very outset this was not going to be as long of a stream. This got respawns right in our fucking base here. I mean, I wasn't not expecting this, but... Welcome to Project Zomboid. Animals are not freaking out, so there's nobody around front. I was expecting more in the parking lot to the north. I was not expecting more to the south here, but whatever. It's respawn season. They'll do what they want. And I just get to deal with it. So this is where B Bravo ended up. All this stuff that's in here probably should just be in a garbage bag. B Bravo has been located and recovered. I feel like I should do a load of laundry. That was a lot of fighting. I was going to put some stuff in here anyway. Late, but bedtime. Alrighty. Let's cook ourselves some breakfast. It's nice to finally have a recipe for something that reduces 60 hunger that I can reliably, easily make with stuff that I grow locally. While that's cooking, I'm going to go out and actually get some more eggs from the chickens. Should probably turn on the dryer. Yeah, clothes are still a little bit wet. Now we may soon have some more roosters here. So right now we've got 3 male chicks, I think. I think 3 out of the 4 of the chicks are male. So we have to keep an eye on them, and when they grow up, we have to kill the males. There can only be 1 male, otherwise they'll eventually fucking kill each other anyway. I'd prefer not having blood all over my my animal pen. Still can't pet Athena, but I can pet Adonis. My cow is a good cow. 2/3 of the way. Everything but the knee pads are done drying. There's another dozen eggs right there. Do not make eggs, egg cartons. Don't make them after you've survived this long. For some reason, the game's broken. If you make a carton of eggs, it instantly goes bad. Probably a victim of whatever mechanic is going around and expiring all of the what's it called? Jarred stuff that you try to make. Hey Hassan, how's it going? Bit of a shorter stream today, but we've got a few fun things accomplished here. Dragon RPG manual. But this specifically is the Swords and Fireballs one, which is, of course, prurient to our interests. Found a little bit more candy to put in here. Candy corn counts as a bright. I can put that in there. Chocolate cakes, milk chocolate bars, snow globes. Where have I been putting the snow globes? Is that bright? Yeah, that's a bright, I guess. It's cosmopolitan. You can tell it's got the whatchamacallit, the strawberry coating on the outside, and then a layer of vanilla and a layer of chocolate. That's Cosmo. Jerky, meat sticks, and that's all of the foodstuffs. We might only be able to do one row of rye. That's okay. Found a pickaxe. That was always supposed to go with our tools here somewhere. It's a really heavy thing, so it won't fit in most of these containers that I got for tools. I used to carry around a pickaxe with me earlier game, because earlier game what you can do with a pickaxe is basically turn a pickaxe into infinite nap tools, because you could find a deposit of flint, and you could break the flint apart, and you'll get a whole bunch of sharp flint flakes. You could turn that into a whole bunch of already broke my brain there. a whole bunch of axes, like really easy to use axes. You'd break a lot of them if you have low skill axes, but that was actually one of the ways I would level up my axe skill. So we're going to repair the hood, and we're going to repair the trunk. And potentially repairs was 65% that time, but that's okay. I am perfectly okay with that. We're still getting diminishing returns, but the diminishment continues to go down. And now we can carry around the roasts with us. Okay. That's most of our bags sorted. I had to repair the trunk so that I can put these bombs into the ambulance. I would not have been able to fit these bombs if I did not do that repair. And then this gas can was supposed to go outside. The pouch is supposed to go in my bedroom along with the other one. You know what? Let's just put both of the pouches over here. Because if we ever actually do one of these tabletop games, we're going to need the pouches full of dice. These pouches have different colors, too. So we got two different pouches full of dice. I think both of them have D20s. Gotta have D20s for most RPGs these days. Alright, Jorgensen & Sons is our go-to hauler. A completely open trunk with 208 storage space in it. Not quite hungry enough for another bite of roast, so I'll just have a bite of kale. So what I'm going to do is get a trailer hitched up and make sure that it's empty and it's got 130 in it. And I do have to step away briefly, IRL. So I'm going to get, basically just get set up to dispatch and then step away, and then we will start our journey as soon as I get back here. One of these two is going to have rope in it. I'm just going to like move all the rope to one. Yeah, this one's still got two bundles. I'm just going to put it over on the other one. And the other one is our designated logging device. You know what? Hang on. Okay, so this one only has 128 storage space in it. This one has 130. So even though this one looks uglier, it actually has more storage space than this one by 2. And believe it or not, that's going to be necessary. We have allocated exactly 208 encumbrance for the truck and exactly 130 for the trailer. So we literally cannot afford to lose 2 encumbrance. Alright, so we are prepped to deploy, and I am going to briefly step away, and then when I get back, we shall set out on our journey of recovery. One moment. Alright, I am back. I appreciate everybody sticking around. Now, if anybody has joined more recently, I do regret to advise everybody that I don't think I'll be doing a very long stream today. But I'll do what I can do. Currently, our plan is to get out and kill these dumb motherfuckers who decided to respawn right inside my base. Come on, over here, over here. You gonna make me yell again? Come on, idiots. Come die over here where you're not blocking my driving path. That's it, that's it. Right over here, thank you. You too, buddy, come on. Get out of there. Right this way, please. Here, where I'm not gonna run over your fucking corpse. Alright. It's a matter of time before the parking lot up here has its respawns. Seeing as we're getting... I feel like there's a timer. And if there is a timer, that every respawn we've seen makes perfect sense if there's a timer. Because my progression through this area initially was pretty slow. We killed everybody on this road over here first. And that's where we started seeing the respawns earlier. And now we're seeing them in this parking lot down here. Which means we're probably going to start seeing them in the parking lot up here is what I hit next. So if there really is, if it is just a rolling timer based on when you killed the initial spawns, then yeah, we're going to have respawns in this parking lot up here very soon. But what are we going to do about it, right? We play on all the default settings here, and this is exactly what the default settings look like. Hopefully, I don't know. There's a part of me that has always wanted to, like, you know, use the content that I make here as an example. So that people have something to point to, like, this is what you got to deal with if you don't turn off respawns. I don't know if that's really even all that useful. I think a lot of people, as soon as they start seeing what respawns are like, they're not going to get anywhere near this far before they're like, nah, fuck that shit, we're going to turn that off. So tedious. Unbelievably tedious. Speaking of, we have cleared this road many times. Y'all can see the dried blood on the ground here, on the sidewalk. All that dried blood. Tons and tons and tons of dried blood. Nah, these guys don't count. I actually ran into them yesterday. I accidentally rammed them with my other vehicle. I'm gonna also be honest, I don't have a very solid route in mind right now. Because all of them are gonna be like Chapel Mount Downs here. Wait a minute, no, that's not what we used last time. Last time what we did is we got on Chickasaw here and we started honking the horn. That was at this little L-shaped commercial spot here. We honked the horn right here, so that we pulled a lot of Zeds off of Bourbon Way. But there's still going to be a fair few of them on Bourbon Way. And then we did confirm that there are respawns at Primus. So Primus is just a little safe place to sleep that I used during my assault from LSU. But there's a full load of respawns here at Chapel Mount. So Chapel Mount is not secure. It's not secure, but I might try to plow. I might just try to plow through it. We'll survey the area. If it's not possible to plow through, then I'll turn around and try another way. Because remember, this is my princely van. This van cannot take any hits. This is my princely, pristine vehicle with no damage in the trunk whatsoever. And I need all the storage space I can get to do this loot pickup that we're doing right now. If anybody was not here earlier, we set aside a whole bunch of loot. And we need to pick it all up. So this is Primus. This is just a defensive position. Yeah, there's no defending going on right now, though, so it's all mothballed, and I don't expect we're going to get out and fight any of these guys, because there's nothing to fight for right now. Anything that could have been looted in this area has been looted a long time ago. I am glad to see that they're nice and widely distributed, so I can go right past them without risking any collisions. That was a key. I thought that was a mouse, actually. We don't want to hit mouses either. We do not want to hit no mice. Alright, a lot less room to maneuver here. I think I can pull it off. Fuck. I'm spoiled by the ambulance, guys. I have been fucking spoiled by the ambulance. The ambulance could do that off-roading bit right there without breaking a single sweat. Unfortunately, we got very lucky. We didn't lose any storage space in the trunk. That was a stroke of luck right there. We were liable to lose up to 10 storage space from that. But that was a pure roll of the dice is what that was. the ambulance with its 490 horsepower engine can just plow through bushes and shit. But with this van, I've got to avoid the bushes. Okay. For a second, I thought this house actually had windows boarded up. No, it was just vines. The vines were shaded in a weird way. So this is where we tooted the horn. So a lot of the dudes who were in this road are now in that parking lot off to the right. That will earn us 1 or 2 trips down this road. Like 1 or 2 trips. Even 1 trip is going to be pushing it. But anything beyond this point, we have already eliminated out of the road. And our destination is the Amazon distribution center up here. A very odd loot table, but one that was well worth it. So what I'll do first is all these propane tanks here, I allocated exactly 130 encumbrance worth, which is exactly what will fit in this trailer. So all I gotta do is stand right here and just dump all these straight into the trailer. Boom. There's 1 trailer full of nothing but propane. Hank Hill would be very proud of us right now. We don't have very many propane accessories, but we got plenty of propane. Now the trunk of the vehicle itself, I think I can manage this. Okay, so everything on the floor right here, including these 2 propane tanks. Just gotta park it at a weird angle here. That should do the trick. Stand in front of the trunk and do the exact same thing. I can't quite access everything here. I need to pull forward just a little further. Close. We're almost there. Hello, come on. There we go. Exactly 208 encumbrance in the trunk. Now that it's loaded, to be entirely honest, if I take a side hit, now that it's already loaded in there, it's not like it'll drop it or anything. It'll stay in there. It'll just... I still don't want to take any hits. This is still my princely van. This is still my my sweet, sweet prince, who has not taken any serious damage yet, and I don't want him to. So we will be very careful nonetheless. Now, I do want to just take a quick peek at the map while I have a moment. I think I have explored... I don't think there's anything here to see. Like, there's these... You know, knowing my luck, one of these houses they're ever so slightly shaded dark. What that means, if it's ever so slightly shaded dark, is that you've explored it by looking at a map, one of the map items, but you haven't actually been there before. So this tiny little dark area right here. Knowing my luck, one of these would be a survivor house. I don't think I'm going to have the action economy to get out and actually check because of the distribution of zombies in that area. I'll take a look. I mean, like, I'll take a look, but I don't have very high expectations. And this is why I don't have high expectations, because I think it's right here. Yeah, it would be. I would have to get out right here, and that's a double tall fence. There's no guarantees I would even be able to climb over that. Yeah, we're not doing that. If there is a survivor house there, and I didn't get a chance to look for it, so be it. So be it. I think I'm gonna stick on Bourbon actually. This is this road here, Bourbon Avenue, Bourbon Way, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna stick on Bourbon here. We took a look at that house up there. It is a pretty house, but there's no strategic value to it anymore. We needed one sleep spot for the night, and we've gotten it already. There was some purple carpeting I was thinking about harvesting, because purple carpeting is actually kind of rare. But there are multiple opportunities for more purple carpeting here in Louisville. We don't have to use that particular set. There's plenty of others. Everything we're looking at here, I believe, is a respawn or an initial spawn. I can't remember. I know I went down this road for a certain distance on foot, like early on when I got to Louisville, and then I stopped because there wasn't that much point going down here. Yeah, see, I did a big killing here. You can see all the blood on the floor. I did a big killing here, so everything we see past this point is going to be a respawn, which may be, I mean, I think respawns, because of the way they roll, it's a lot slower for them to reach peak capacity, but there's still going to be plenty, depending on the initial volume, which I actually can't remember that. We might have a relatively light amount. See, now we're actually getting much closer to the initial point of ingress for Louisville here. I came in through 31 West, which is right here, and then Foxtrot's right there. I mean, while we're here, we could take a look to see what the respawns are at St. Peregrine are like. We could take a look at that. I mean, if there are any respawns, I'm probably not going to go through St. Peregrine because it's kind of tight there. Definitely nothing like what it was initially. And one of the reasons that I'm incentivized to clear this place is this is my way out of Louisville eventually. I'm not going to be using it to get out of Louisville soon, but Foxtrot right here it was going to be like a custom base that I built in the river. I decided not to do that, but it is actually this dotted line. This dotted line represents a bridge that we built to Indiana here. And then Indiana, we have a bit of a path to go through it. So yes, we literally went off the map. And then we have another on the other side of the of Indiana here. We have a way into West Point. So basically, Foxtrot, think of it as just a way to get out of Louisville and into West Point, so that we don't have to deal with the respawns of the military checkpoint. So I don't necessarily have to kill these guys immediately, but I'm going to have to kill them eventually. So if I take care of them now, I might be doing myself a favor in the not too awfully distant future. Come on, out of the road. For how dense this place was when I first... there they are. Okay. I couldn't see these guys before. But these guys are in one of those positions where if you drive past them enough times, they will end up not being in the trees and being in the road. Sure, I can avoid them by going north like this, but that's going to be a game of diminishing returns right there. Look at these fuckers. They're already edging closer to the road, even though they have no incentive to do so. Whatever. I'll just kill them. You don't want to die? I'll kill you. Step up and get flipped. Think I'm scared of you? Off the road. Thank you. Alright. I ate a breakfast bigger than this group. Initial spawns were very light here, but we did a lot of fighting here anyway because the parking lot of the hospital is right here to the south. And now we suppressed respawns here for a very long time. So we might not see too much here, but it might be one of those things where we see more than... Interesting. You know what? I don't think they respawn inside the POI. I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of what I'm testing right now. If they respawn inside the hospital, this will bring them out. And it's been... Geez, it's been almost a year since I've been into Louisville, since I got into this place. So, like, it's probably been... Now, that guy probably wasn't inside. He probably went through. But let's find out. If there were respawns inside, then this will bring them out. Okay. I think we're okay. I did fully sweep this building. This is one building I completely swept from top to bottom. You know, what I like to do, actually, what I had been doing in the past, is actually just going straight through the building and its parking lot as a shortcut. After the discharge we just did, if there were any in the front parking lot, that might have actually brought them into the building so that they go through it, but doesn't look like I see very many out here. The respawn hotspot for this area was actually in the corner of this parking lot. As we get closer to the gas station over there, I labeled it Gulf. As we get closer to Gulf, that would be another point of respawnage. Well, that gun shootery, there should be plenty of incentive for anybody in the area who's in the area to make themselves known. But that's not bad for how bad this parking lot was when it initially spawned in. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's peanuts compared to what this place was. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm just going to take a quick peek at Gulf here. Gulf, this is one of the places that would be very liable for respawns to appear out of nowhere at. But I'm perfectly okay with the fact that there's none here. Okay, well, That means Gulf to 31 West is clear, and then 31 West, now there's going to be a few on 31 West beyond Gulf. But that's okay. Now, all the stuff that we're hauling, actually, not all of it needs to go back to Jericho. Because now, at this point, the area that we're in right now is part of our supply line to get from Jericho back to Riverside, which our real, actual main base is Riverside, after all. We're not going to be staying in Louisville forever. Jericho is just our power center for Louisville, but Jericho is where things that are going to stay in Louisville get centralized, or things that might need to go back to Riverside but I'm undecided on, then I can leave them at Jericho and figure out later. But anything on the way between Jericho and our base in Riverside is subject to interpretation. I can just leave it. I can leave stuff here and decide whether I want to leave it here or not. These guys would eventually come into the parking lot if I let them live, so whenever there's a reason I made a hole in the fence right here, because any respawns to the north would congregate in this area if I started making noise down here. So I just gave them their own little inlet so that they would collectivize in this little area here. All right, we're gonna take a quick look at Foxtrot and make sure there's nobody hanging out there. And I might actually leave some of the stuff that I picked up. Maybe some of the propane tanks. I already have like 12 propane tanks at Jericho, so I can leave. I could probably leave a whole shipment of these propane tanks here with a clean conscience. This is Foxtrot. It's basically just a garage, and then beyond the garage is the beginnings of a base. I was going to build a custom base here. I've already got a forge and a furnace. And then this is the custom bridge that I showed you guys on the map. It is just a little dirt bridge, 3 tiles wide, going all the way across the Ohio-Ass River, and then through Indiana here, and then the same thing on the other side here, connecting to 4th Street and West Point. And from there, I can just take, the normal roads to get back to my main actual base here in Riverside. So, yeah, there's no reason I can't leave the propane here. Stuff that I would have left here in the past is just stuff that I didn't need to bring forward to Jericho, and that falls into this category. Especially because all 13 of these are basically a full trailer. Going back and forth between here and Riverside with a trailer is something I'm very liable to do. I used the house here as a stable for quite a while for the animals that are currently at Jericho. They lived in the house there for several months actually, and I just kept them sustained in the house there until I could say that Jericho was a safe enough place to actually bring the animals and leave them there. That took a hot minute because Jericho was hang on. Like these guys just woke up or something. All these losers are people who would get respawned somewhere in this area, like either in the parking lot further to the north or this wooded lot here. So getting them all out of my hair now is perfectly fine by me.
Hey!
Yeah, you heard me. Get over here, loser. I saw that tree shake multiple times. You can't fool me, come on. It's like he was giving up. Yeah, there are some in this parking lot that probably would not get pulled by me just driving past them. But, the driving past them part goes both ways. Right, if I'm coming from the south, from 31 West, then I would probably, just use the hospital road, but then if I'm coming from Jericho, I might go straight across. If I'm going from the north, I might use the north pass there. In any case, I generally like to keep this area light on respawns, if any at all. Yeah, I'm on. Come out of there. I know you know I'm there.
Hey!
Get out of there. I'm not going in there. Ain't going in there where you got the advantage. Get out of here, bitch. Bonk. I bonk you right on the noggin. Alright. Fuck up out of here. Back to Jericho we go. Successful day, all things considered. Now this, on the right here. So all those were respawns, but then the cemetery on the right, that's a hotspot respawn area. Now beyond it, these guys here, I'm going to get out and kill these guys, because now we're getting close enough to Jericho that this is unacceptable to me. I really, 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 really hate that the crafting menu and the building menu automatically close when you start moving. That needs to be a UI option. But no, they just made it so that it automatically closes now when you start moving. Give us the option, please, for the love of God. Yeah, I hear your fucking footsteps. I'll come deal with you. Give me a moment. Whatever. Come on. Lug your ass over the fence. Come on. Y'all see all the bloodstains on the side of this building. Most of them are respawns. When I initially cleared this place, I didn't go back here. I need knife experience. Threaten me with a good time. Fuck you, I'll do a whole perimeter on this place. You think I won't? Easy peasy. Clear for now. I'm sure there'll be more respawns overnight. It's that time of the year, I guess. Can wash my weapons. I'm going to put the trailer on the opposite side of the other one there. Right over here in front of the leather working station there. I do love having a base that has a first floor that's just really easy to drive around in. My future base design for my Riverside base, my primary base, is definitely going to take some inspiration from Jericho here. Especially now that I know that I can make these gates. These double tall metal wire fence gates that I can see through. And 22:30, that's my bedtime. Perfect timing. So I'll probably spend the overnight hours doing a little bit of loot sorting, but I think tomorrow morning we're going to go ahead and call it there. So for anybody joining who is not familiar, who didn't hear me mention earlier, I do apologize, but we are going to be done a little bit early today. I usually go for anywhere between 4 and 8 hours. That's usually my average. Sometimes 10 to 12, but we're going to be below average today. I have a couple things on the agenda I got to do, so we will get our loot sorted here, and then why is my right forearm seems like it's more exposed than it should be. Ah, I've got a hole in my formal shirt. I don't know how that happened. That must have been running through a bush. Let's get that fixed up first. We need a needle and a rag. And some thread. And then not only are we going to patch the hole, we'll also need to replace the leather strip that was on it. Formal shirt. Inspect. Lower torso. Lower torso. Alright. So we got it patched. We got a new strip on it. But what about... Why is my right forearm so weak right now? It should not just be 10% bite. It should be a minimum of 20. Oh, right, okay. So, formal shirt is the only thing that's on it right now. Okay. It's, what's throwing me off right now is the fact that my left arm, it's a little hard to see, but my left arm has the arm guard on it. The right arm does not. So that's throwing me off, right? Because when I look at protection, and I see that one side is protected, but the other one isn't, that triggers something deep in the ape brain that tells me I got a scratch on something. But no, we're good. That's why part of the reason I keep my protection window open all the time is I would never have noticed if I had a hole in my clothing if I didn't have that open. There's no like feedback anywhere else. But that's okay. I don't even think there's a noise that gets made when your clothing takes a scratch if it wasn't caused by a zombie. If it's just caused by going through bushes, for example. Don't even think you get a sound. Bite to eat. And we'll put away the roast pan, and then we'll get started with the loot. We didn't have to close and reopen the game at all today. I'm starting to think that might definitely have something to do with us getting all of the metal off of the ground. If anybody watching, if anybody's not familiar, at one point we had pulled apart like, I don't know, a dozen burned wreck vehicles, and we had just dumped all of the steel and debris that we got from it. We just dumped it all on the floor here. And every time we would come back to Jericho, like, I don't know, 1 out of 5 times we came back here, we would crash. Like, the game would just stutter and then crash. But that hasn't happened in a long time now, several streams, and I think it's because we finally got all that crap off of the floor and just put it in these 3 boxes in this vehicle here. Alright, so we got some loot bags in the trunk here. These propane tanks and steel sheets can go on this side. With the other propane tanks we recently picked up. This is why I didn't need to bring back those other 13 containers of propane. We've got a ton of propane here. Propane tanks here already. We're good. We're very good. And all the rest of the things that are in the vehicle here, it's just all assorted loot. That's all going to take me a long time to go through. To be entirely honest, I might actually do just a maybe like on a Wednesday or something when, you know, not a lot of people can make a stream on Wednesday because Wednesday is one of those days not a lot of people are on YouTube. I might spend, like, Wednesday, if I have time to stream on Wednesday, I'll probably just spend most of my stream on Wednesday or something like that doing loot sorting. Because, I mean, all of these garbage bags are just full of loot that still needs to get sorted. Like, that's just kind of my practice. I come back here to Jericho and I have garbage bags full of loot that need to be sorted, and I don't have the energy to sort it at the time, so I just drop it in the corner. As you can see, that has led to a bit of a compounding issue. Well over 200 encumbrance just in what we can see in this area, the highlighted ones. Probably about 300 total, if I had to ballpark it. So we'll get our backpack sorted out as an overnight activity, and then we'll hit the sack, and I think tomorrow morning I will go ahead and end the stream there. So we'll need to open another... Let's do 1 box of 38 special, 2 of 45 auto, and 1 shotgun. Yeah, catch you later. If anybody drops out now, I shall catch you all in the next one. Shotgun, we already got that. Okay, 2 45 auto boxes. Uno and dos. And all that goes straight into our backpack. That's just the ammo I like to carry around with me. 45 auto I use the most, so definitely about 100 of that. 38 special is my secondary. 44 Magnum is like a tertiary. I use this, the big iron here with the scope on it. This is like my medium range shoot. I'll usually pull this out if I like want to kill somebody on the other side of a street before they get lumbering their slow ass into the middle of the street. Wipe them out before then so I don't have a corpse in my roads. That's right, I carry around a gun specifically so that I don't have to deal with more corpses in my road. when I have large numbers of zombies to deal with, I swap out the big iron for the M9 here. But yeah, everything else in my backpack is looking good. So I can put away this roast pan. And we've already got another roast waiting for us for when we need to eat next. Fridge is looking good. Don't need to thaw anything. We're not eating the kale too fast. Now, starting, whatchamacallit, probably next stream is going to start out with some agriculture because it is currently August the 30th. So just one day from now, it'll be September 1st, and that's when I can start planting the fall crops. I've already got a whole bunch of crop plots set up for those over here, and I probably have enough seeds for them. If I don't, seeds are not too hard to find. Just go to your local warehouses, and you'll eventually find seeds. Top up the hunger here. And then we can hit the sap. Oh, okay. So, I was wondering why I didn't have any ambient discomfort. That's because I'm not wearing my knee pads. I literally forgot to put my knee pads and elbow pads on. That's why my forearm is so weak. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual literal idiot. Okay, well, we solved the problem. I knew something about that felt wrong. And this is why we didn't have any ambient discomfort. Because I expect to have any ambient discomfort while I'm wearing the forearm brace. But that's okay. We can take the forearm brace off, and now we won't have any ambient discomfort when we go to sleep. Meanwhile, our protection levels are what they should be. So I was correct to say that there was something wrong when we saw a red arm earlier. It was just, it had nothing to do with holes in clothing. It was all having to do with me forgetting to put my fucking pads back on. Alright. I am going to go ahead and call it here. Let's get a screenshot of my base during the day here. I think it looks quite pretty. I've been doing screenshots from the corner down here lately because I can see the... If I do it right from the corner right here, then I can see most of the vehicles. I can't see the back parking lot, but that's fine. Screenshot there. I've been trying to do screenshots of my base more often these days so that I can witness the evolution of it.
Hey!
Wrong button. That's okay. Alright, folks. That was a short one today, but I'll catch y'all next time. Last thing we always do here is back up our save. So we'll just go to Zomboid, Saves, Apocalypse, and this is our current save folder here, Control-C, and backups, current one, this is part 79. Create a new folder for 79, and Control-V. And have a good one, folks. I shall catch y'all next one. Peace out.